So we're here at Brands Hatch for the final round of the championship. It's looking a bit damp, but we've got some bits to do with wet tyres, so we need to scrub them in and get them ready for the racing. Get back into it, get in the car, hopefully get back up to speed, and we'll just see how it goes. So we're just about to start FP1. The rain's come to play, so we'll see how it goes. This is a lot about housekeeping and just keeping the car on the track and going through the motions of FP1, but we'll see what happens, and yeah, that's about it. A lot about housekeeping and just keeping the car on the track.
That's where it all went wrong.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh.
So that's FP1 done. Not my finest moment. A bit of a lack of talent. So I've made Olaf a bit busy, but he loves it really. So that is FP2 done. I kept it on the track that time, that's a bonus. No, pretty pleased. There's a bit of time to find, but we're banging around near the front where we want to be. So all in all, FP2 done, and it came back in one piece. So on to FP3 now. The rain stopped, but it's still wet out there, so we're going to go for another set of wet, scrub them. Got a bit of a run plan, so see if we can go faster than we did in the last session. So FP3 now done. Another pretty good session, I think. There's a bit of change in conditions. There was a little bit of that edge of going from wets to slicks on the front that we gave it a go. I think we were the only car to do it out there and ended up being the fastest. So I know it's just a test session, but we found the bit where the slicks was faster. But no, a good solid day's testing. Anywhere about today.
Lap 3 of the day was shit.
No, I agree. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, gravel lap 3 is not good, is it? Really?
Not really, no.
The rest of the day's been good, yeah. Does you feel like you've learned a bit?
I've learned how to end up in the gravel. That's a bonus.
Yeah, and get out.
Did require a rope and a truck, but we still got out.
Still cleaning it now, look.
You did just have to send it.
Was it happily sent, or was it?
Yeah, it was within control. Like if you watch on the way around 30s, then the switch over and it's very like just moves across. Right, so that is us finished here for day 1 at Brands Hatch. Testing went really well. The day started off with a bit of a trip to the gravel trap, but after that it's gone pretty well. We've improved throughout the day, found some good times, ended up with a bit of a test on some different tyres, went to slicks on the front and wets on the rear, and it paid off. But no, moving into tomorrow, we go with the attitude we always have and see how high up the grid we can get, but that's about it, and I'll see you tomorrow. So it's day 2 here at Brands, Saturday. We've got qualifying in one race today. I don't think any of the wet testing yesterday is going to be much today because the wind's out and the track's going to dry out pretty well. So we'll get our heads down. Everyone's in the same situation with dry running. So qualifying, we'll see how high up the grid we can get, and race 1, we'll see how many points we can get and see what happens by the end of the day. But stay tuned, watch through the day, and hopefully it's that top step. With done the morning drives briefing and bits and pieces. Gone and watched the trucks. They were good fun to watch. They're qualifying, but it's time for our qualifying now. We get our heads down, see what the track's doing, because I'm not quite sure if it's going to be dry yet, but we'll get heads down and see what happens. So that's us done for qualifying here at Brands Hatch. The track was evolving all the way through the session, but we managed to get P3 just before the red flag, that unfortunately Murray was involved in. He's all okay, but the car's got a little bit of damage, so it's a bit unfortunate for him, but we managed to get a result we needed to get there up near the front, and it's all down to the more important bit of the race now, so let's see what we can do.
You'd not try and get out of the way.
So we're here in the assembly area of the grid, starting P7. We'll see how far up the grid we can get and pick up some points. It's just down to getting our heads down, going to the front and seeing how well we can do.
Red lights to go out then on race 1 of the weekend for field. So here come the leaders up towards Druid for the first time. They're already going at it for second place. It's straight line. Ronnie Smith in the middle. He's been taken out. Round goes Ronnie Smith. He's off backwards into the gravel at Druid's Hill Bend. He won't get out from there. That will almost certainly be a safety car. Inside, there's Garford on her tail. Bend attacking Luca Marinoni Osborne. All this concept there, Alfie Garford. I think bounced off the back of Ashley Gregory, goes over the grass. I think they've all survived that, have they? Ashley Gregory was on the grass, she's dropped back. Now Alfie Garford trying to go round the outside. On the inside, Alfie Garford takes Stephen Chandler, and here goes out over the grass. Keeps his footing. He could get the place back again here on the inside through Graham Hill Bend, and he does so.
Get away with this guy. Hey you! Get away, I'm trying to talk about the race. It wasn't that bad. We went from, what was it, 8th to 4th to 12th, then back to 6th. No, it wasn't the ideal race that we wanted. We wanted to go forwards to the front, but it was a good bit of fun. We managed to get to 4th at one point, and then a little bit of an incident with a car that lost power. Sent us back to 12th, but we got our heads down, fought back to 6th in the end. So just about to find out the reverse grid for tomorrow, see where we start. But all in all, the car was fast, and it wasn't a bad result in the end. So still in there with the championship fight for second. So that's the aim for tomorrow. Keane's doing it, isn't he? Yeah, overtaken by views. He'd like to just show you the exit of the track. He tried to drive you up to the grass on the way to Druids as well, didn't he? I saw you both go straight to the inside. So that is the end of day 2 here at Brands Hatch. A steady, solid kind of day. Qualifying started off pretty well with only being, I think, half a tenth off a pole, but put us in third, so it was really tight qualifying. The second fastest put me 8th, I think, so we started 8th for race 1 today. Didn't go to plan, but showed a lot of potential. And then a little incident just round this corner here put me up on 2 wheels, and a bit of a scary moment, but we regrouped. Tomorrow we're starting 4th for the first race and 3rd for the second race, so it's all to play for. We're up in 2nd in the championship now, so we'll see what we can do. So we're here for the morning of day 3 at Brands Hatch. The rain has come to play, but we will see what we can do. We've got a bit of a good wet setup, so it's down to the driving. We start in 5th for the first race and 3rd for the second race, so we'll see what we can do, and by the end of the day, hopefully, we've got a decent result. So we're here ready to go out for race 2 of the weekend. Need to score pretty well for the championship. Truck's about to go out, so we're just stood here about to watch them before we go out. Be looking like it's going to be wet, so try and find the grippy bits of the track and see how high up the grid we can get.
And away they go. Side by side across the lanes, Alfie Garford coming through on the inside. And Alfie Garford's lost a couple of places in there as well. Now Alfie Garford's caught in the middle, Matt Luff on the inside.
Not the result we wanted in that race. We went for a bit of a wrong tyre choice, but I did my best to keep the car up towards the front. So we finished 10th, I think, in the end. It wasn't amazing, but we're on to the last one of the year, and hopefully it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be full of a lot of action. Right, so the final race of the season, the one that we've all been waiting for. Basically, I've just got to try my best and see how many points I can get. We're even on points for second now, so we're going to head down to assembly, get ready, warm up, and we'll see what we can do. But hopefully, this time we get a nice result.
Keep you closer tonight, but when the sun goes down,
Underneath both of them, that's Alfie Garford. Is he going to get the move done 3 wide through Paddock Bend? Gregory fights back on the outside. They've got past Leo Purchase. That was a brave move through Paddock. I think he's done it. Marinoni Osborne in second, and all leaning on each other, Algieri and Alfie Garford. You're not getting past me, says Alfie Garford. It's still Garford and Algieri going at each other. 3 wide out of Clark Curve here. This is Alfie Garford on the outside, leaning on Luca Marinoni Osborne. Goodness me, that could have been a disaster. Actually, and what up goes somebody there. Who was that? Yes, contact between Alfie Garford and Luca Marinoni Osborne. On restart, no, he hasn't gone yet. The race gets back underway. Garford and Mason fighting it out there for 4th place.
but when the sun goes down.
Behind Chandler takes second, Mason third, ahead of his teammate Garford by 0.2 of a second.
Wrapping up all the racing for today and this weekend. Came away with a few war wounds, but no, the racing was mega. Went back to about 6th at one point and then got to 2nd. It was a crazy race, and it was one of those that you had to really dig deep and fight to the end. But no, came away with at 4th at the minute, but we've got a judicial that we've got to go into and have a look at. I think I got overtook under yellow, so it could promote me to 3rd. But so far, a really good race, and today's been pretty special. And also picking up 3rd in the championship, not quite what we wanted, at the start of the weekend. We had a chance of winning it, but we fought to the end and picked up third in the rookie year and also the rookie championship. So a really good year and all, and yeah, pretty special. So we're going to enjoy the trucks, see some fireworks, and that's Brands Hatch.